Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I have another walkthrough. Well, oh my gosh, I'm sorry for the glare, but I'm going to be holding the cards like this. But anyways, trying to figure out a good lighting system. Sorry for the wibbly camera right there. My gosh, already off to a bad start. uh, so here I have the Quareia. How do you even pronounce that? The 81 Quareia, the Magician's deck. Obviously, there it is by the creators right there: Cassandra Beanland, Stuart Littlejohn, and Josephine McCarthy. This it comes with a nice guidebook. I don't know where to start with this. I have so much to say. It comes with a really nice thick guidebook, updated for the second edition of it. Sorry if it's out of focus. There we go. With full color images, really nice. Here, really nice put together. It comes with 3 spreads in the back, or 4, I think. Really cool. Very simple. The spine doesn't have anything on it, which I think is rather interesting. Which I don't know if that's a publication thing or I don't know. Anyways, it's like self-published. They have their own little publishing company. You can go online onto their website, and they have like tons of little PDFs that you can download, so you can take a course on becoming a magician or whatever. Sorry again for the glare. But what's most interesting is this deck that they made, which you're going to get into in a little bit. But first, let's just get out of the way all the other random stuff. So here, for example, we have the box, very simple box. It says QuareaPublishing.uk, if my camera will focus. Very simple, just a normal tuck box, you know, nothing to write home about. And that's honestly how the deck and the book came, just like this, wrapped in bubble wrap and in a padded envelope. I had to sign for it, and it was just and by the time when it was first delivered, I wasn't there to sign for it. And so yeah, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. But here we have the backs. Look at these backs. These backs are so cool. Oh my gosh, this is like honestly like the best like thing about this deck. Other than the amazing, obviously the amazing artwork, but I just love the Egyptian look of it. How the blue colors of it. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to continue on this. So yeah, before we continue, I'm gonna readjust the camera so we can see these. And I'm gonna talk a little bit about like the system as a whole, because it's different. It's something different. So hold on. Okay, so I'm gonna have to hold them. This is like the best way to show them. This is the best way to see them. So the deck is like divided into 4 types of cards. We have the red bordered ones, which are for the divine, I believe. I should really read up on the guidebook here. Let me see, like the divine realm. And then the blue cards are for the inner realm, I believe is what it is. Yeah, the inner realm. And then the green cards are all for the physical realm. And then the black cards are for the realm of death and the underworld. Which if you see how it organized, I was able to reorganize them after I shuffled them. That there's a random, like they get randomly put in there. And some cards have different multiple colored borders. So far I've only seen like 2, like this one right here, and let's see, and let's go back to this one, and this one right here, that have different colored borders, and the rest all have solid colored borders. But anyways, so yeah, and it's all explained in the guidebook pretty well. But this deck isn't supposed to be a tarot or an oracle. It's like its own system here. Where am I going to put these? I have all this stuff around me. I'm like, oh, this will look nice, all decorated and everything. Let's put you to the side. There we go. Flip it to the back, because look at that pack. That pack is just so cool. Anyways, so yeah, here we have Creator of Time. Is it the second or 2? Because it's really weird. You know? Here I have Holder of Light. I will say the artwork is so strange, but like really cool. Here we have the Archon and the Aeon. You are going to see some similarities within this deck and the tarot and but that's basically just archetypes that show up within the tarot that are very similar to, well, to what's going on in this deck here. You're gonna really see a lot of things that remind you of the Marielle in this deck here. Lots of winged creatures and beings here. But honestly, like, just beautifully depicted. I don't know how to explain it. I'm like all like standing weird because like I'm trying to make sure that it's all in frame and looking at the cards and seeing what I'm looking at. So yeah, here we have the grindstone. And if you notice, well, I don't know if you're gonna be able to notice this. How am I gonna show this? You can't really see this. You can only see it like if I hold it if the glare shows it correctly, you can see how much ink is layered onto these cards. So it's like, so it's really saturated with color. So, which honestly I think that's what they wanted, I hope. So yeah, here we have Protector of Souls. Well, I mean, you guys can read. So yeah. Just beautiful artwork. So yeah. It's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of the Dreams of Gaia, where she kind of got the tarot, broke it down, and like kind of made separate cards for different aspects of one card that would be shown in one card in the tarot. I feel like that's what's going on here. So yeah, there's a lot of like, so the cards can vary from like beautiful and like majestic to creepy and terrifying. And then we have the three fates here. You do see some things that are very similar. Like here we have the three fates: the fate giver, the fate holder, and the fate taker. Then we have Mother Earth, the sun, or here it's pronounced Sol. And we have Luna for the moon. And then here we have a place of healing, which is really interesting. If you see these two divided waterfalls, I'm not sure if this is what they mean by this, but you see in the next two cards we have inspiration, these two angelic beings which hold the sword and the fire here for fire and air. Meanwhile, Archon and Aeon, if I can find it, have the cup and the coin or the disc, which is really interesting to me. And then here, and that's one of the waterfalls. And here we have the second one, the Temple of Ancestors. Then we have the Magical Temple, River of Dreams. And if you want to see that, hopefully I'm getting these for long enough so you guys can pause and look at them longer if you guys want to. Home and Hearth. I'm sorry if you hear noises in the background. It's my nephew. He's watching PJ Masks, his favorite obsession right now. And then this is one of the misprinted typo cards. So far, it's the only one. If you've been on the For Love of Cards Facebook page, you will see that this has been on there, and it's here. The challenge of the cards should be an E instead of an A. But honestly, I'm fine with that. My little pig. Fall. There we go. Inner Sanctum. Resources. So in terms of like how I'm gonna approach this deck, I don't know how to. It's very different. So I'm obviously not gonna just approach it all willy-nilly like as I would with any other tarot deck or any other oracle deck. What was that? Let me move this out of my way. Blood Ancestor. It's a deck I'm not gonna just approach lightly. So yeah. And originally it wasn't intended as such. Even in the guidebook it says that they didn't expect it to get as popular as it was, so they incorporated more information for more mundane readings. It's supposed to be read like the Thoth, I feel, not just for like fortune-telling type of readings. It's supposed to be much more deeper for that. But obviously within this community, you should know that no deck will ever be truly like 100% used the way it's intended to be used by everyone. You know, some people will remove cards, some people will rename cards, some, you know, and, you know, do what they want with it. But as long as, I feel like, you know, as long as it's being used, if I make a deck, you know, as long as it's getting used and it's getting, you know, if it's being loved and used, then, you know, I think, you know, you made a good deck. And I think that's what they've now done, I want to say. I should read from it. I don't know. Fellowship, communication, seclusion, and then here we have like the 4 elements maybe, or like the 4 tools or something, I want to say, because here we have the sword for the limiter, the wand for the staff of the gods, and regenerator, the cup here, and the foundation, the stone. Honestly, it kind of looks like the stone, this crystal that I have here. Or I'm just crazy. Here we have the Hierophant. Oh my gosh, he's playing with his superheroes. Don't worry, Spider-Man's here. No, it's the Union card. Here we have Child, creepy child card. Here we have the owl, yeah, the Elder, and the Idiot. Probably the Fool archetype right there. You have the Occultist. So there are like cards that are very much like that resemble some of the tarot cards. You know, like here we have the Leader, which does look like the traditional like knights. It looks more in particular like the Knight of Wands. Here we have the Man of Nature. Here we have Mystic. And these are all like the masculine aspects right here. The Male Warrior, and then we go into the feminine aspects. The Oracle. Then we have the Priestess Magician, Female Warrior, Healer, Shamaness, and then we go into the last 4 cards here. The Underworld Forest, the Bridge of Death, Death herself, or himself. I don't know, Death. I'm going to say her. Death is a her. Destruction. And so unfortunately, like, because of this card, well, I mean, if you do like do the right measurements, this deck isn't as trimmable as some would like, because there is a few cards like these two, I want to say, the artwork is much smaller compared to the rest, so this deck is unfortunately difficult to trim. So yeah. In terms of cardstock, though, it's actually a really nice deck to shuffle. It's really big. Even for its size, it's actually really easy to shuffle. It's not too flimsy. It's not too thick. It's nice and structured, I feel. It gives a nice, sturdy shuffle. Whoa. Okay. Well, work with me here. Come on. Let's do a good shuffle. Or not. Or let's not, you know. There we go. Look at that huge old chunk, right? Look at that huge old chunk right there. Oh my gosh. That bothers me. Here we go. Okay. One more, and let's see what 3 cards it gives us. Alright. Yeah, sorry again for the glare, because, my gosh, the lighting here, it's been like a cloudy day, so, you know, and the lighting where I'm at right now, in the area that I'm in right now, really isn't that good for videos. Premonition, Idiot, Temple of Ancestors. You might think you know, but you have no idea. So yeah, let's see what else about the guidebook. I want to say there was so much more that I wanted to say, but no. Yeah, I believe that's all I have to say. But yeah, this deck, it's a little bit more pricier. I paid like $60 some for it. So yeah, not include, and I got it with the hardbound book, but you can get it like with just the deck and the book as a free PDF for a much cheaper price. So yeah, but if you're in America or in California, I'm not sure how the signature thing works. Like, what country or what, if that's applicable to certain countries, or is it for all countries, whatever. Just a heads up, I had to sign for it. So if you order it and you're in America or whatever, I'm not sure if you have to sign for it with their shipping, whatever. I don't know if it's only in America, but so far had to sign for it. Just a heads up. So be aware of this when you order your copy if you're gonna order this. So yeah, look at that. Just look at that card. Anyways, so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.